Whether it's wood, steel, or concrete, UBC Piledrivers literally set the foundation for all other trade work on some of the largest job sites in the country. They inspect the material, gauge the available machinery, and in some cases even dive underwater to continue their construction work for countless harbors and power generators across America. Piledrivers are some of the toughest men and women in the industry. Join us as we meet the UBC Piledrivers on Mastering the Craft. We start at the Operating Engineers Local Training Center in Dayton, New Jersey. This training site is shared between the dock builders and the UBC Piledrivers. The instructors walk the trainees through every facet of the job in a controlled environment before the team finally heads out to the job site where the pace is much faster.
Hey Will, I'm Jeff.
Hi, how you doing? Willie Vaccaro. I'm the training director here at Local 825.
Great, we're really happy to be here today. Thanks so much for having us. Tell us what we're going to learn today.
We're practicing jointly with the dock builders for pile classes. Right now they're doing an H-beam. They're using a vibro hammer. Monday morning we started with an orientation over in our classrooms, and we wanted to get the joint crews together between the carpenters and the operators so that our communication is there.
It's all about teamwork.
Teamwork, totally.
My first year, I remember my first job. I had no clue, no idea what I was doing. I mean, I was an apprentice. I didn't have the knowledge that I have today. I mean, sitting as a third-year apprentice now with the training that I have, you know, now I can walk on a job site. I know my role. I know exactly what to do after 1 or 2 days on a job. I can just jump right in.
It helps that we learn to work together, so when we go out on the job site, we're more professional.
About 50 miles west, Piledrivers are also working beneath the major highways that enter the city of Philadelphia.
Route 95 was built in the early 40s. Most of the bridge now is starting to fail. So what they're doing is they're rebuilding the north and the southbound lanes.
Today they're drilling micropiles, high-performance, high-capacity drilled and grouted piles used for foundation underpinning or to get a solid installation in tricky soil.
It makes it easier for them to drill on low overhead sections like we see here. They actually can drill down over 150 feet if they have to.
Just down the road, Piledrivers are once again drilling deep into the ground using a different system called drilled shaft.
As you can see, it's various types of operations here as far as being able to keep the machine going and being productive. That's a key element of the Piledriver and the responsibility of the Piledriver for more trench on this project. We're standing before a final product. As you can see, the casing is still in the ground. The cage has been set, concrete has been poured and cured. At this point, the contractor will take this casing, extract the casing, then excavate, and the carpenters will follow behind with their form.
Fresh from the training center in Dayton, the Piledrivers have begun a new project at Point Pleasant, New Jersey. We spoke with Bill Snyder to get an idea of what they're constructing.
Hey Billy.
How are you?
Great to see you again.
To see you too.
Today we're with one of our signatory contractors, AG Construction. They're going to be putting a new stormwater outfall replacement or extension here in Point Pleasant.
This thing's massive. I don't think they picked this up at their local hardware store.
At the time that this piece here was built, the beach was all the way up here, so the water would drain right into the ocean. But now, because what happened is them adding beach onto it, the water drains through and it cuts all the way through. So ultimately what we're going to do is put pipes, a 60-inch pipe, all the way out to the ocean to where it's out of harm's way, and remove this and tie the existing pump into the new outfall pipe.
You can't be a union carpenter without proper training. In fact, their program puts apprentices on the job site in their first year. Paid apprentices. So Elmer, someone your age has a lot of opportunities, a lot of different jobs or things to do out there. What gravitated you to doing this?
Start off, coming out of high school, I had a full ride to college. You know, full ride everything, and I turned it down. Parents were upset. You know, college, a lot of people throw college around nowadays, but look where I'm at every day. You know, I'm here and I'm learning, and a lot of my buddies are in the classroom learning. I'm out here learning and making money at the same time. And at the end of the 4 years, I won't have any college loans or anything like that. And like I said before, I can't wait to see where I go in the future with it.
That's great. Awesome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Not far from the job site in Point Pleasant, pile drivers trained in a dive tank at the Philadelphia Training Center are inspecting and securing one of the Jersey Shore's many bridges and crossings.
If there's construction on docks, bridges, or harbors, there's a good chance there'll be divers in the water. Let's check it out.
This bridge had deterioration of the timber piles that hold up the bridge deck, and the county needed us to encapsulate these piles to restore the strength of the bridge to support traffic.
You know, when I arrived here today, I didn't know what to expect, but this looks really complicated to me.
It is complicated work, but this is work we do year-round in lots of different locations. The divers have been here working about a week and a half already, and we'll finish up in the next week or two. They plan the work that can be done out of the water when the tide's low, but if the tide's high, divers, of course, can go underwater and the tide doesn't affect them.
We're here with Gunnar and Doug. Doug's the lead tender on the project. Doug, lead us through what's happening today.
Yesterday we pumped jackets full of concrete to reinforce the bridge, and Gunnar went in and stripped the ports and the straps and checked the concrete to make sure it was solid.
So a lot of activity happens here and all centers around Gunnar.
All around the diver, yep.
Visibility is like 5 feet, maybe in front of your face, until you start stepping around and stirring everything up.
It goes from 5 feet to 0 real quick.
A lot of trust and teamwork here.
Yep, trust me, Gunnar.
My life, Doug.
Yeah, yeah, good answer.
The new diver at a dive school knows how to safely blow bubbles underwater, and it's up to us and the Carpenters Union to make him a mechanic who can do all the skills we need to do underwater.
Wow, so much goes into this. Looks like the replenishment project's come a long way since the last time we were here. Another example of the quality work you can expect from the Union Carpenters. Hope you enjoyed this deep dive with the pile drivers, and we'll see you next time on Mastering the Craft.